Today I'm going to give you guys an update on my card shop, Galaxy Card Shop, as well as some updates on the Pokemon market for English and Japanese. So starting with English, the English distributors had a little restock of some nice products such as Surging Sparks, Paldean Fates, 151, and Charizard UPCs. Pretty much sold out immediately. I was able to get a little bit of a few of them, and you can see in the video me opening some of them that I got, and there was a limit on pretty much everything. And thankfully, I was able to get that, and like I said, it sold out pretty much immediately, and I've sold almost all of it already. Now, hopefully we get a Surging Sparks booster box reprint coming out soon. That's what the word is on the streets, on the Discord, and the YouTube. Hopefully we'll get that pretty soon, and I'm going to try to get as many as I can, but just like this past restock, I'm sure it'll sell out immediately, and there'll probably be a limit for everybody. And, you know, the longer you've been in an English distro, the more you can probably get, depending on how much money you've spent with them. So I'm still just a little noob at the English distribution, so hopefully I can continue building my spend, so that way when Team Rocket comes out, I can hopefully get a good amount. But we'll see. That's just kind of how it is with the English distribution. Now, going into Japanese, we had Battle Partners just come out this past week. Seems to be a pretty popular set. I sold a good amount of boxes now, a little over 100, and I think people are really enjoying it. It is pretty expensive. Started out really high. It's come down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. It's supposed to get reprinted sometime in late February, I believe, so I'm sure it'll dip down then. We'll see what happens, but, you know, Journey Together, the English version, is pre-ordering for, you know, like $200 or something crazy. So people in Japan are going to look at that and say, okay, if the English version is going for $200, then we're not going to lower our price much. That's my opinion anyway, but, you know, we'll see what happens when the reprint hits. I don't know if it'll affect it too much. But Terrestrial Festival has been also a very successful set, and it's been pretty steady lately, and that's also scheduled to get reprinted. So we'll see what happens when those two hit. I'll probably make a video about them, kind of going over the effect on the market, because I like talking about that stuff. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was PSA. I've said in previous videos that I'm shifting a lot of my business to grading because the returns are extremely high. Now, it is risky, though. You could get hit with a bunch of PSA 8s and 9s and lose out on a lot of money. I'm willing to take that risk right now. We'll see how my returns go. My first real submission, I call it, is finally went into grading. It arrived in like December, and they finally have started grading it now. That's how far behind they were. I think they're finally starting to catch up, and they did increase the price for bulk from $15 to $17. And I think that is probably to slow down a lot of the submissions. But with how the market is going right now in Pokemon, I just don't see it really slowing down, even at $2 more a card. But we'll really see what happens. I don't know if they're going to continue that going into February, but we will see. So I'm still been submitting almost every other week. I have probably 6 or 7 submissions now that I'm waiting on grading, so I have a ton of slabs that are going to be coming back soon. I'm looking forward to making my first slab return video because I like watching those, and I'm just looking forward to showing you guys all the stuff that I've graded, and I'm excited to put it on the website and see what happens. I just personally find it a lot of fun grading cards, so we'll see how those go. So with a lot of the English cards really exploding, I just haven't really felt comfortable buying as many of them. For example, I bought a lot of the Bubble Mews when they were down to like $265, and now they've jumped up to like $400 or $500. And I just feel more comfortable buying cards when they're low and trying to figure out which card's gonna go up. Obviously, that's hard to do. People probably should just look at their margins and take them, but with the market being so inflated right now, in my opinion, I kind of looked in a different direction, and I think I talked about it a little bit in my last video, but I've been buying a lot of Japanese cards because a lot of the Japanese cards are following the English counterparts. So I kind of show some of the Japanese cards that I recently picked up. I've actually been posting on Instagram, some POV videos, and I've actually been posting them as shorts here on YouTube too. And I plan on recording more of those just because they're fun to make, and I think people enjoy them. And right now, it's just mostly me opening the Japanese cards that I bought, but I plan on doing packing videos too. But we'll see once I get a nice setup going. So I actually have one last update, and that is that I'm going to be starting Rip and Ships weekly on this YouTube channel. I did a little poll, and I had a decent amount of people vote yes, some voted no. Obviously, it's completely optional. If you don't like Rip and Ships, you don't have to join. But I really enjoy doing them, and I've decided that I wanted to try it out here on YouTube because I already have a website set up, so might as well save you guys on the fees. And I think it would be fun doing it on YouTube as well, since, there's a lot of different things you can do with YouTube, and being in control of, my own customer list and all that good stuff. I think it'll be more enjoyable. So I'm planning on doing that weekly. I had the first show planned for this Tuesday. However, that might end up getting pushed back. I've got a lot of setup that I need to do. So if you're into Rip and Ships, make sure to subscribe and look forward to the next scheduled live. That'll be a lot of fun, and I think, it'll be really enjoyable for everybody. So even if you're not planning on buying anything, you could still join and watch some rips. But yeah, that is basically it. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.